What is up, YouTube? Silver Surfer here again with part 4 this time of my 20th century proof typeset. So that year's runs from 1900 to the year 1999, and I'm trying to get, as you guys probably have seen by now in the last 3 videos, an example of each of the different proof coins that were minted. There's actually 36 different types. As I've also mentioned, I'm focusing more so on the different design types as opposed to composition. In other words, silver versus clad, matte proof versus brilliant proof. I'm just going to most likely only get one of those at the moment. Anyhow, this is a really exciting one. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to see a special coin in here. Actually, all these are pretty special, but we're going to do something a little different. Typically, I start with the oldest and go oldest to newest chronologically. This time, I'm going to go newest to oldest, and then the end will end with that barber half that I've been ranting and raving about to tell all you guys. So, all right, let's kick this off. This is also a neat set too because I've completed it for the $50 of my set. So, pretty excited about this. Anyways, let's talk about it here. So. Oops, a lot of order. Sorry, guys. All right, so the first one here we got is going to be the 1997 S San Francisco. This is the John F. Kennedy, proof 70, graded in deep cameo. So this is a perfect grade. It's pretty cool. The registry set that I'm a part of, pretty proud of, man. I've officially reached a very, what I feel, a number to be proud of on that registry set. And I'm not going for competition, to be quite honest with you. In a sense I am, but I just really enjoy these coins. These are some of the most, like I've told you guys in the past, beautiful designs ever created, in my opinion. The 20th century coins that still today many collectors really enjoy. So, that's why I'm doing it, but I am proud to say that I am on the first page now of the PCGS proof typeset. 20th century era. So that's kind of cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. But it's neat because they allow you to get, for this set particularly, the ones in silver. It doesn't have to be the 64 and before, when Kennedy only came out in 64, but you can also get any of them that were silver proofs afterwards. And so it's easier to get a proof 70 in a 1997 or a later year, if you would, as it is for a 1964. So that's why I went with this, to get a nice perfect grade. And it is. It's just a flawless looking coin. This coin came out in 1964, as you guys know, the first issue of it. The country was mourning the death of our president, John F. Kennedy, after the assassination of him. And so they quickly wanted to commemorate his death by putting him on this coin and replacing Benjamin Franklin, which they did in 1964. So here's to take a look at the reverse. Just a beautiful, not a single flaw on it. No toning, no haze. That black and white, deep contrast. Gorgeous coin. Absolutely gorgeous $50 here. All right, moving on. We got, a similar looking coin, but a little different here on the obverse. You guys can see the date is the difference. So 1776 to 1976. PR 69 deep cameo. And this one is the bicentennial year. So instead of having the eagle and the seal on the back, as you just saw, this coin has something a little different, which I'll flip to here shortly. So I showed you guys already the bicentennial quarter in part 3 that you've seen. This is a continuation of that and a different type, thus I had to add it to the collection. And on the back you can see Independence Hall, commemorating our 200 years of independence. Again, go back and see part 3 as I talk about little history on these commemorative pieces that were created. It was the first time since the 50s, the Booker T. Washington half and Washington Carver commemorative pieces that they started, or that they created, commems again. So pretty cool history on that. The design in this is not, in my opinion, not all that eye-catching, if you would, the Independence Hall. It's neat, but it's not one of my favorites. I actually prefer the regular Kennedy Eagle seal on the back better than this one, but nonetheless, had to have it for the set. Now this one I am very, very proud of. You guys will like this one here. Check that out. A 56, Proof 67 Cameo, Type 2 Franklin. Cameo, or Franklin half dollars and Cameo just look absolutely amazing. These guys, when they get a strong black and white contrast like that with reflectivity, I don't know. They're such cool coins. I think this series is not as doesn't get enough recognition as it should. You know, there's not really any key dates in it if you put together a regular business strike set, and it's just an all around. You know, one of our great founding fathers here who did a lot for this country back in the day, and I enjoy the Franklin series. I inherited a large amount of business strike ones that I'm almost completed with the entire thing. Just circulated ones, probably finish it up as I walk by my local coin shop and stop by and see if they got any. But proof version of these bad boys, when they come in Cameo, they're just unbeatable, man. They're really cool looking. And this year, I think it was about 661,000 plus, something along those lines, approximately. The mintage. They started these coins again after, so 1942 to 1950 was, or I should say 43 to 1949 was a hiatus of proof coinage because of the war, World War II. And we restarted them again afterwards with the Franklin dollar. It was in 1950. And those are pretty pricey, man, to get a proof Franklin. So I went with the 56, nice, kind of still semi lower mintage compared to the ones in the 60s and stuff like that. And I was able to get it as a Cameo, so that was the most important thing to me. But check him out. Pretty rad, black and white. Really enjoyed this coin. Really, really enjoyed this coin. Okay, moving on to one of my other favorites. I've shown this to you guys before. What do you think it is? 1942, we all know what 50-cent piece was minted during that year, as I just talked about. It was the last year of this beauty right here. Adolph Weinman, the designer of it, over 21,120 coins minted. Highest of the proof walking liberties, but still a relatively low mintage coin. Let's see if I can get a better look here. This one is struck impeccably well. Thumb and forefinger, which my camera does not do it justice, are easily visible. Absolutely no haze on it. Just a nice stinking coin, man. Check that out. And the reverse is even better, in my opinion. It's just flawless. Look at that thing. Pretty cool coin. Probably my favorite reverse, I should say my favorite, I'm sorry for the shakiness, my favorite eagle design of any type of US coinage. It's just that dude is looking mean right there. So shaky. Sorry, I had my morning coffee. Really, really enjoy this coin. Really, really happy to have it in my my collection, I should say. All right, and let's get to what y'all have been waiting here for, all right? So this one I told you, it came up on a guy's listing, and I actually saw it, and we negotiated for quite some time to get it, and we compromised, or we agreed on a price that I felt was fair for this coin. Sometimes when coins come along that you really, really enjoy, you just have to kind of pull the bucket and drop a little money on it. You can't obviously go to, I'm not saying to go and, spend well over what it's actually worth, but if you have to spend a little bit more than what, the prior ones have been going for in recent auctions and stuff like that, that's okay, in my opinion, if it's a coin that is just awesome to get. And so I did, and I'm happy that I did to get this Barber proof. So we're going to go ahead and start and show you guys up here. This is a 1912 proof 63, so mid-grade proof. The reason I got it is because of the toning on this thing. all because of the toning and reflectivity. And when it hits the light, it is incredible. A bullseye monster rainbow toning all around the entire obverse. The fields are super reflective of this thing for a barber quarter, or excuse me, a barber half. These things are barber halves proves, or barbers in general, the quarter dollars as well as the halves and the dimes, they seem to tone incredibly well. They're kind of like Morgan dollars. You know, you can get some very, very colorful ones. So when this one came across and my light is just blinding it for you all, I'm trying to get a close up here. When this thing came across and I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I want it. Look at that. Look at the color. Look at the blues, the reds all around it. I'm trying to just cycle around my light here as best as I can to let you guys see. It just flashes through with all different types of colors from the rainbow. It's pretty awesome. My favorite coin, one of my top 3 favorite coins I now own in my collection by far. By far. And again, I'm not even doing it justice here for you guys. Let's see if I can get a little bit better on the obverse. Very few white marks. Those scratches you see are actually on the case. It's an older PCGS case, so it's not on the coin whatsoever. But look at that color, man. Look at that. Look at the purples and the magenta up on its, the head. Look at that. Look at it right there. Pretty rad, man. Like I said, definitely my top 3 coins that I own. These things are pricey, and this one was pricey, especially with the toning. But again, the coin dealer that I went through, I felt we agreed on a fair price. Reverse is just as impressive. Look at that when the light hits it turns this like golden orangish tone. It's just super rad, dudes. Look at that. Look at that right there. So I could not be happier to have this bad boy in my collection. Fiery orange all around it on the rim. Just an absolute cool coin. Little greens, this sea green kind of looking color as well. Right by the dentals. It's just all around awesome. Show you one more look here up close. So I know a lot of you guys have been like I commented on your guys' comments and stuff, wanted to share this with you. I apologize it took forever to get around to the video, but I'm glad I'm able to show you guys now. So, all right, I think this video has been long enough. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. I'm gonna go ahead and set this down here. As such, take a quick little pano shot of them all. The half dollars, your Kennedys, Franklin and Walker, and finished off with that bad boy right there. All right, and the next one will be on the dollars. So the Ikes, Susan B, and I'm still searching, working for a Morgan. They're not easy to come by. Very, very slim amount of options I have is the problem. You know, you talk within my budget that I can afford. The Proof 62 to 63 is what I'm looking at. You only have 5 years to get one, right? 1900, 01, 02, 03, and 04. 21s and Zerby proofs aren't really proofs in my opinion, plus they're too expensive to begin with. So I'm sticking with one of those other 5 years, but when you talk about ones that have been slabbed or graded, there's very small minches. I mean, this thing alone was only 700 coins produced. The Morgans, even some of those are down into the 500s and even less. So I have a total with all those different years and within that grade currently of about 260, 270 coins to choose from. So it might take me a couple of years to find one. There's one actually coming up for auction here that I have my eye on, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and Silver Surfer out.